European champion and current world number 2, will play against number 2 seed Kento Momota, who of course has won 2 Super Series titles this year, Singapore and Indonesia. So this is a match I am particularly looking forward to, and it will decide the last of the finalists for tomorrow's finals at the Dubai World Super Series finals. So Victor Axelsen, that shock, wonderful victory over the defending champion and world number 1, 21-12, 21-17. So will it be an all-Danish final? Well, if you want to keep in touch with us and find out what's happening at the Super Series finals, that's how you do it. Hashtag Badminton Dubai. Well, Jano Jorgensen, well, waits in the wings. A reflective mood. There, the number 2 seed, Momota. Jano Jorgensen, the European champion. The number 3 seed, having finished the year, the Super Series year, at number 3 on the Super Series list. 2 finals for him this year, the All England Championships and the Indonesia Super Series, where he was the defending champion. Who did he lose to in the final? This man, the number 2, Kento Momota.
This is the Dubai World Super Series finals. Please welcome our players for the last match of the day. It's the second men's singles semi-final. First up from Denmark, the number 3 seed, Jano Jorgensen.
The number 3 seed, but world number 2, the European champion, Jano Jorgensen.
Please welcome his opponent, the number 2 seed from Japan, Kento Momota.
The left-handed Kento Momota, the number 2 seed. Crikey, he's got both his knees heavily strapped, hasn't he? Former world junior champion. Won the world junior title the same year that Nozomi Okuhara won gold. 2 Super Series titles this year. Singapore and Indonesia for the left-handed Japanese youngster. So the court officials, the umpire will be Kelly Hoare from Australia and Eddie Rufianto of Indonesia, the service judge.
Heads, tails.
So the first job of our umpire, the toss of the coin.
Tails, serve.
Now I think that Jano Jorgensen chose to remain this end. Quite difficult to get that. Jano Jorgensen, number 3 seed, against Kento Momota, the number 2 seed. So Jano Jorgensen, the current world number 2, his Super Series year, well, it was the 3rd consecutive year he finished the Super Series ranked 3 in the World 10 tournaments, 2 Super Series finals, but as far as all of his tournaments are concerned, 3 finals, because he won the German Grand Prix as well as losing those 2 Super Series tournament finals. 3 finals from the 12 tournaments that he played. Now, in case you're wondering about the 12 losses when he won 1 tournament, his team competition matches in the Sudirman Cup, also taken into those statistics. Well, this was a Group A that he contested earlier in the week, and he lost the group decider yesterday to Chen Long, the #1 seed, who we saw beaten earlier today in the first of the semi-finals. But his 2 matches that he won against Hu Yun of Hong Kong and Tian Hao Wei, another left-hander, in 2 straight games. So Kento Momota, 21, he is of age, from Kagawa. He's #5 on the world ranking. He has been as high as 4 weeks at #3 in the world. And for the 2nd consecutive year, he's played all 12 Super Series tournaments. Last year, he was #6 on the list. This year, obviously 2. As far as all his tournaments are concerned, apart from his 2 Super Series titles, he's been in the semi-final of the World Championships, the first ever medalist from Japan in the men's singles in World Championships. Well, in the group, he won the group, winning all of his matches, including yesterday against the #4 seed Victor Axelsen, who we've seen already progress through to tomorrow's final. But he needed 3 games to do it. 55 minutes, that encounter yesterday. Well, this will be the 6th meeting between the 2 players. Of the previous 5, Janno Jorgensen has the advantage, but the last time they played was in that final of this year's Indonesia Super Series. 3 games it was, and Momota really raced away with that last game, didn't he? 21-7. In fact, Momota has won the last 2 encounters. So Kelly Hall from Australia, Eddie Orofianto from Indonesia, our umpire and service judge. Well, we were talking earlier about Victor Axelsen coming of age this year. I think this man has too. Kento Momota. He has an extraordinary record in finals, were he to win this semi-final. He's played 5 finals in his career. He's won all 5 of them, including the 2 Super Series this year.
Ladies and gentlemen, on my right, Jan O. Jorgensen, Denmark. On my left, Kento Momota, Japan.
Lots of strapping on the knees of Momota.
Kento Momota to serve. Love all. Play.
So the last of the semi-finals. Finds the line. That's extraordinary. Smash to have your spatial awareness that good on the very first rally. That's amazing. Plumb on the line. It's gone long.
Service over. 1-all.
Yeah, it's fast coming forward from Momota.
2-1.
It's interesting, isn't it, Steen? I know I've mentioned before the fact that in January earlier this year, Momota spoke openly about the fact that he may still be young, but he felt that he really needed to move on from junior badminton and needed to start winning tournaments, and he's done precisely that. Now, for a player to have that sort of understanding and sort of not want to live off potential any longer and convert potential into solid results is pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's really, really good. Also the awareness that, hey, I can't be stuck here forever. I've got to move on to the finals, and I've got to win the finals. And indeed, he's done that by winning all 5 finals that he's competed in. And I mean, you don't get too many chances during your career to play finals, so you might as well take it while you're there.
But his first 3 finals were all in 2013, and they were all international events rather than even Grand Prix or Grand Prix Gold, let alone Super Series. And I have to say, I really like the development pathway that's been planned for the young Japanese.
The build-up.
Yeah, get used to winning on the international tour, then move up to the Grand Prix, then you're ready for the Super Series.
We saw a couple of years where people were trying to skip that step.
Yes.
And it's become harder and harder to actually win these tournaments. So you've got to sort of earn your place in the Super Series circuit.
4-all.
It's interesting because Nozumi Okuhara, I was saying earlier, last year she only played 1 Super Series tournament.
Yeah.
And she's proved this year she's more than ready for the Super Series. So it's obviously the head coach, Park Ju-bong, has obviously planned these career development paths, and I think an awful lot of other nations could perhaps learn from that.
Yeah.
5-4.
Some start playing the Super Series too early, chasing points from first and second round defeats.
It's going wide.
Service over. 5-all. Shadow Yana.
Well played. Ayano Jorgensen working Kento Momota around the court.
Service over. 6-5. Service over. 6-all.
The last time we saw these two was in the Indonesia Open final, and it was an exciting match. There's a lot of drift in Indonesia, and I think Jan felt he was on the wrong side of that drift. So interesting to see whether he can make up for it here.
Oh,
beautiful rally.
Fabulous from Momota.
7-6. Service over. 7-all.
Overdone it.
Jan Jorgensen with a sigh of relief after that, because he was nowhere near that one.
No. In fact, he was on the back foot, wasn't he?
Yeah.
Service over. 8-all.
One.
Yeah. Lucky.
Of the left-hander.
9-8.
Kento Momota, Japanese coach.
One of the things I particularly like with Kento Momota is that he seems to cover the court so well. A little bit Lindanish, that they always seem to move less than the opponents.
Yeah, that movement there, especially that round the head move. Oh, yeah, that's a super shot.
Service over. 9-all.
Seems so rhythmical, so smooth. Good drop shot from Jorgensen.
And it's not just that he's a lefty, like Lindan, it's the actual movement.
Yeah. I think it's the movement combined with the game reading skills.
Yeah.
And if you have reasonable deceptive strokes, then you can
11-9 interval.
leave out a number of corners.
So 2-point advantage for the number 2 seed against the world number 2. Here it
Så stadig bliver at vælge dig. Det er godt at spille med ham. Og der skal jeg befinde til sidst. Den ved, hvad han får i den måde. Skidt med det. Nå, men så prøver jeg 2 efter, det skal jeg. Nej. Det er call up 2 slag. Det er meget taktisk bare. Altså, der er mange små ting. Ja, ind og arbejde med ham igen, ikke? Jeg er ikke bange for at spille med ham. Kom så.
Can you repeat that, Steen, or had you better just brush over that?
Most of it was not something that could be sort of translated into any tactical issues. But the funny thing was that Jan, he said, there's a lot of small tactical things here, isn't there? And I said, yeah, come on in and play him. And I think they feel that Jan has an advantage if they play rallies with good speed. I think that's more or less correct. They didn't talk specifically about that during the interval, but I just got that impression from the way they discussed that. Not about playing short rallies or anything. They like the long rallies. I just think that Jan needs to be in control of them. This rally here, he's not in control. And in the long run, I don't think it's good.
No.
Service over. 12-10. Go. 13-10.
Had there been a bronze medal match at the World Championships, this would have been it.
Yeah.
nice smash.
Yeah. Yes, of course, both bronze medalists at this year's World Championships. Jorgensen lost to Lee Chong-wei, who was the silver medalist in the end, and Momota losing out to Chen Long. But I'm glad we don't have a bronze medal playoff match.
Yeah, me too.
In World Championships. We do in the Olympic Games. And from a personal perspective, I think bronze medal playoff matches are the worst matches, or the most difficult matches I've ever had to play in my life. That, of course, was not at the Olympics. That was at Commonwealth Games.
14-10.
Very difficult indeed.
Play.
So a 4-point advantage. Oh, missed a golden opportunity. And a wry smile from Kento Momota.
I remember in Indonesia we talked about the differences in defense with the two players, that at least I felt that Momota was more precise, more accurate in his defense, and a little bit better in the flat game, the wind game, so on. Here there's not a whole lot of wind game, but it's still the defense, the accuracy here, and we discussed it yesterday as well, that I feel the forehand side with Jorgensen is not as accurate as Momota. So important that you can at times turn defenses around, not only avoid losing, but also turn them around, be able to play on.
Go! Service over. 16-12.
Oh yes, lovely.
Service over.
There's a little deception in the shot there from slices it a little bit.
It's a good lift. Oh, what a smash.
That was another thing that we discussed during the Indonesia Open, that the backhand side of Momota is not as strong as his forehand side when it comes to defense.
Yeah.
Service over.
A little bit of indecision.
14.
I think Jan sees an opening and then goes for it, which he initially didn't want to do. Oh, great touch.
Oh, just long.
Service over. 15-17.
Yeah, a fair bit long, actually.
Yeah.
What do you think the first semi-final does for the two players in the second semi-final? Because, of course, the first semi-final, a bit of a shock. Most people would have thought that the world champion Chen Long would come through that. Does that add to the pressure, or does that inspire the players that, right, this is my opportunity, get through this one?
Probably a little bit of both. I mean, it's an unusual result. If Chen Long had won, it would have been just normal. Hey, going in here playing, and we want to get to the final, and then we can concentrate on that afterwards. But I think it's inevitable that a little thought has crept in here that, hey, an opportunity has sort of opened up. But the thing is that today Victor Axelsen was better than Chen Long.
Yeah.
But I mean, it's more in their minds. It's probably more doable beating Victor Axelsen in the final than thinking about, hey, I got to beat Chen Long.
Yeah. So all of a sudden, the goals and the aspirations change from wanting to get to the final to this is an opportunity to win the title.
Yeah, the tournament opens up a little bit.
Yeah.
Service over.
But you see, coaches would always sort of say you don't think beyond the next match.
But you do.
But you do. You can't help it.
You can't help it.
No.
So the important thing is to accept that it's okay you think beyond it. You just have to be really good at refocusing and saying, hey, now it's on court 1, the match I'm playing now.
Yeah. Missed it.
And that's what I feel is the problem with a lot of these mental trainers and mental programs that are all around, that it's all about controlling your thoughts. You can't control your thoughts, in my opinion. It's impossible. And then if you notice that you're not controlling them, then you're struggling because you're not controlling them. And it's self...
perpetuating.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Right.
Riley. Another pirouette. Oh my goodness, he's got it back. It's going wide. Excellent rally from both players.
Yeah, I totally agree, because in the beginning, Jan is dominating. And Momota is sort of just playing to a draw, neutralizing Jan's shots. And then suddenly he takes over.
Game point opportunity. 3 of them to be precise.
Good shot.
Service over. 18-20. You ready? Player led. Kento, you ready?
Yeah, Momota wasn't ready, quite clearly wasn't ready. Second game point opportunity. Oh, well taken.
Excellent.
19-20.
Hovering, ready to pounce. Oh, look at that net shot. Yeah, third time. Third time lucky, but it wasn't really lucky. That was skill on the net shot. But Kento Momota converts game number 1, 21-19 in 20 minutes.
Det bliver sådan lidt... Jeg føler ikke, jeg har kontrol over den. Jeg kan godt se mønstret. Altså, der er noget, der er rigtigt. Jeg kan godt slet ikke sådan noget tro. Jeg føler, at han er så... Men stadig ikke godt. Du skal nok krakkelere hjemme. Ja, men du har... Det er det, jeg skal tro på. Ja, det skal du. Jamen, jeg har masser. Det er bare... Jeg synes bare, det er kvalitet.
Det eneste er, at du kommer til at blive lidt for ivrig på nogle af de der, hvor du rykker på forbanen. Hvis du kan rykke, og så spille en blød stadigvæk. Altså spille overskudslag.
Ja.
Ikke? Og så... Og du skal have de der clear med på ham, og du skal, når du spiller over ham, så skal du træde frem til, du kommer tidligt på den, for dem holder han kort.
Ja, jeg skal måske variere lidt mere til forbanen.
Ja, og det er rigtig godt, du får mellemspillet med her til sidst.
Jeg føler bare ikke, jeg bruger nogen chancer. Altså, jeg føler ikke, det går hurtigt nok. Det er lidt frustrerende. Altså,
men du må godt give den lidt mere heroverfra. Men det skal være de der hurtige afviklinger.
Ikke? Om det er mere sådan tempoet generelt, det er sådan lidt hygge, synes jeg. Altså, jeg ved, han hygger sig i det. Altså, Altså, han bliver ikke træt af det her. Det er sådan...
Det tror jeg ikke, du har ret i. Men okay. Ja. Okay. Og vi skal have den der bagbane med, for ellers så står han og hygger sig på forbanen og kører der rundt, ikke? Ja. Så det der måske også en gang imellem gå lidt længere ind i mellemspillet.
Ud af samme spor, men flytter ham lidt mere.
Nej, lidt mere gas. Lidt mere gas, ja. Nu skal vi udnytte, at vi har kørt ham rundt i det første. Kom så. Det sætter dig på.
Zula using all of his allotted time, and the body language. I know the Danish language is always very expressive anyway, Steve, but I was a little bit concerned about some of the body language there of Jan Jorgensen.
Yeah, he was feeling a little frustrated. He felt that he could read some of it, but not at all, and that the pace wasn't high enough. That Momota was sort of enjoying himself in this pace here, and in many ways that's right, but that's the skill of Momota, that he neutralizes you if you want to increase the pace. So you have to do a better job of maintaining the pace in the rally.
Yeah.
That's it. He felt that Momota probably wasn't going to get tired in this pace, and to that I just have to say, don't count on your opponents getting tired. If that's the master plan, to get your opponents tired, I don't think it's really going to work.
No.
But we can see a lot of strapping now also on the calf, the left calf of Kento Momota.
Yeah.
I didn't notice that in the first game.
Yeah.
So it might take its toll on him, and played 3 sets yesterday against Victor Axelsen. Yeah, well played. And I must say, I feel that Jan Jorgensen is too upright when he comes from the back court and has played a non-sharp shot. He's too open in his defense for these steep smashes.
So he should bend his knees more and crouch down lower.
Yeah. We've seen Chen Long be a master at it.
Yeah.
Service over. 2.
Can you change that with a player that's about to turn 28 later this month, or is it?
Yeah, I think you can.
Yeah.
Can you change it with all players? No, not necessarily. It also depends a little bit on the mindset of that player.
3-all.
Well, it's the players who always want to continue to improve and want to learn that tend to be the champion players.
I like that cross clear from Jorgensen. You see, that's the one. The soft clear from the back court, and then way too upright to the middle of the court. That one.
Yeah, I can see that now. Hadn't really noticed that before.
It's in. Plum on the line.
Service over. 4-all. Shuttle.
Oh, that is sensational. I think he took that from behind him.
5-4.
Normally, to be able to play a winner like that, you've got to take the shuttle slightly in front. No, he did take it behind. That's extraordinary, isn't it?
Yeah, but that's the soft, steep smashes. They work from a little behind you.
5-all.
Yeah, strings are gone. Well, I guess they all have to snip the strings out now because they're all playing with strings so tight.
Yeah.
Five-all. Play.
The way the technology has advanced in the sport, lighter rackets, stronger rackets, though, able to have tighter tension on the strings.
5.
Played by
Service over. 6-all.
One of the things they discussed, that he needed to cover the front court when he put pressure on Momota on the back court. Very often plays the front court. Japanese player.
Service over. 7-6.
I mean, that was not a bad lift from Jorgensen. It's just that the defense wasn't much to cheer for either.
Oh! Service
Very
over.
alert again there.
7-all.
Good rally. Oh, look at that drop shot. Yeah, couldn't follow it up. That was the sort of drop shot you were talking about earlier, about the difference in drop shots.
Yeah.
And that was the slow drop that he wanted to get as tight as possible to the net. And he did pretty well, didn't he?
I think it's a very, very important period now. From now on and up till like 14, 15 points.
9-7.
I have a feeling that the momentum is swinging a little bit in favor of Jano Jorgensen.
Oh, there's another slow drop.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Oh!
Well played.
That's a slice, and it was played to perfection.
Yeah, and I must give
10.
Jan and Lars some credit, because it does seem like he's not able to maintain the same pace Momota was in the first game.
Mm. Oh, that's wonderful.
11-7.
Run of 5 straight points to go to the mid-game interval with a 4-point advantage.
Stor bane, og så ligger du og laver de der temposkift, både for forbanen og bagbanen. Det må også godt være nogle af de der højder fra forbanen, ikke? Og så virkelig dyrke hans forhåndshjørne med. Og de skal have noget gas, og det skal være noget højde, så han kommer derned og stå, ikke? De eneste, han er farlig på, det er, hvis den er for flad dernede, og så der han ud og bryde. Ja. Jeg synes, du skal ligge og lege med serveren. Gerne mange flere svipper. Og også nogen, der går over ham. Det behøver ikke være nede i skulderhøjde. Har du... Jeg kan godt finde. Snart på, han kommer lidt for snart her. Jeg prøver at holde med.
So, Steve, the inside scoop now?
Yeah, very precise coaching. And it's going the way the Danes hoped it would. Wants to put pressure on the long forehand of Kento Momota. Make the court big. Move him all the way down to the forehand corner. So he just can't stand there reaching and saving energy like we talked about earlier. Get him to move a bit more. A little bit like Lindan. When they're playing him.
Service over.
And then they will alert to that he probably will come out now here and try to win the net game, Momota, and perhaps target the forehand of Jano Jorgensen. What now?
Bit of shuttle in the eye.
Doctor? Are you sure?
Doctor.
8-11. Play. Both. 9-11.
That was more awkward movement after this backhand.
Yeah.
Yeah, he doesn't get ready for the attacking shot. You're absolutely right. That movement could be improved, I'm sure.
It could. That's exactly what they've been discussing, the change of pace. Make the court big for Momota and then change the pace both from the back court and from the front court also. Oh, there's a challenge.
Yeah, because the line judge was slightly hesitant. It was called in. Now I think that's mighty close.
Yeah, I think so too. Well, my initial thought was that it was out.
Well, Hawkeye will tell us for sure, and it was in.
It's in.
Challenge unsuccessful. One challenge
Jorgensen
remaining.
seems bewildered by that.
10-12.
How can that be with this word to Lazur? That's well played. Oh. Now he's leaving the court again. He did this well yesterday.
Yes, he did, didn't he?
11.
Very well
12.
played, but this one, that's terrible. Just put him to the baseline again. He was outplaying himself there, you know. Lucky for Momota. Well played.
Yeah. Good umpiring too, because immediately the shuttle was dead.
11.
I touched the floor. The umpire was signalling to the court attendant to come on and mop up, because as soon as a player has gone down, they leave perspiration on the court surface, and that's where the court can become a little bit slippery. So rather than waiting for the player to ask for the court to be mopped, jumping ahead of that, very good umpiring.
Service over.
This is where I feel it's a critical time, Steve.
It is, it is. And Momota, he needs to try to keep close.
Oh, good flick
Service.
Yeah.
Or perhaps even create a gap. I still feel that the momentum is a little bit on Jano Jorgensen's side, but I mean, 2 more points to Momota and then it's all changed again. And if it's neck to neck, then it's I mean, you're a little bit more secure when you have the first game in your bag.
Yeah. Missed it.
Service over. 14-13.
Good clears. It's in. No, it's long.
Service over. 14 all.
It wasn't wide. It was long by quite a bit, actually.
That's long too.
That was it 3 mistakes
15
in a row?
Yep.
Perhaps not in a row, but 4 or 5 shots. Good shot.
Oh,
Yeah, it's a good backhand kill.
service over.
Generated a lot of power with
15
that.
all.
Fifteen all.
Service over. 16-15.
I have to say, I think that the Dane is looking the more nervous of the two right now.
Yeah.
Trying to inject a bit of pace in this rally.
It's wide.
Wide. Yeah.
Seventeen, 15.
Goodness. Well, how many mistakes now in the last half dozen rallies or so from
18,
Jan Jorgensen?
15. Shuttle.
And that I felt was absolutely crucial. 3-point cushion and just 3 points away from a place in the final. Kento Momota.
And we see mostly good decisions from Momota, or more. we hardly see any bad decisions.
There's another error from the Dane.
19,
Number 2 seed.
15.
2 points away from the final. Well,
Same.
landed in. He's offered a lifeline.
Service over.
Is the Dane.
16, 19.
Clearly, and that's probably about the first bad decision that Momota has made. Missed it. Well, the nerves are jangling, I think, with both of them now.
Yeah.
17, 19.
What a defensive shot. Yeah, couldn't do it a second time. And now the deficit, just one solitary point. that's good. Oh, my goodness. Well, the error on the net shot, and it means that the number 2 seed has 2 match point opportunities. He's done it. Kento Momota, the 21-year-old Japanese youngster, has beaten Jorgensen in 2 straight games. 21-19, 21-18 in 43 minutes. And the dream for Danish fans of an all-Danish men's singles final have gone. So Kento Momota, well, played so well all week, hasn't he? Didn't lose any of his group matches, topped his group, and now he's through to the final. What a semi-finals day it has been. It all started with men's doubles and the world number 1s and defending champions beaten by the world champions in 3 thrilling games. An hour and 9 minutes before Mohammed Hassan and Hendra Setia won. They came through 21-15 in the deciding game. Then Mr. and Mrs. Adcock, well, they beat Praveen Jordan and Debbie Susanto in 2 straight games. Okuhara followed up her victory over the world champion in yesterday's group match by beating her again today, and once again in 2 straight games. Well, the big sensation of the day, I think, was the first of the men's singles, because Victor Axelsen secured his first ever victory over the defending champion and world champion Chen Long, and he did it in style, 2 straight games, just 43 minutes. Then Wang Yihan, well, she defeated the former world champion. So the 2011 winner of these Super Series finals has a chance to win a first Super Series title of the year. And as we've just seen in the second of the men's singles, Kento Momota breaking Danish hearts and the thought of an all-Danish men's singles final, because Kento Momota really was brilliant. Look at that, 21-19, 21-18 over the world number 2. Well, tomorrow we've got all 5 finals for you. It really has been a tremendous week so far, and I think the finals will be even better. So do join us tomorrow for all five finals from all of us here in Dubai. Until tomorrow, bye-bye.